Welcome to Real Love Speaks. This is my first episode here in a new spot, new setup. This is my first one here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest here, right, man? Go ahead and introduce yourself, Big Phil. I almost said your name.
How you doing? My name is Phillip. I'm here to talk to y'all, give y'all some information that can help, anybody that's looking to build their personal development, networking, social skills, things of that nature.
Yes, sir. Real Love Speaks, man. This is a podcast where we bring people on that have a love for a certain passion, craft, anything that they have a love for, and they just, they thrive on. We want to shed light on that, man, because it's a lot of hatred out here, man. It's called Real Love Speaks. We also talk about love. We talk about relationships. We talk about everything, anything associated with love. We try to do it more so in a positive light because there's a lot of negative out here.
Yes.
So Phil, man, how you feeling, dog?
Feeling pretty good. It's a little cold.
Yay.
Weekend before the holiday, a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
A lot of goings on, but it's a good.
We're making it work. We here. We feet hit the ground, above ground. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So man, let's get into this. Let's get into this networking, man. So hey, man. So tell me. We always, we work together, you know what I'm saying? So we always talk about networking, man. So if a newcomer that's coming to, or somebody that has like social anxiety, right?
Yes.
How can they, if they're going into a room where they don't know nobody, what tip would you give them? You know what I'm saying?
So social anxiety, that's something that I deal with as well.
Yeah.
And there's a few strategies that I use as a method to make sure I get what I want to do done when I go into a room and I may have those little jitters, that little bit of anxiety. Sometimes I have a buddy. I have an extroverted friend who just loves to talk, loves to meet people, and is charged by being around people. So I use the buddy system.
Yes, sir.
The person goes in with me and they're mixing it up, and then I'm right there, and then they kind of ease me in to help me deal with that anxiety. Or sometimes I just challenge myself. Another thing that I'll do is I'll say, I'm going to speak to X amount of people today. Mm-hmm. Maybe just one person. I'm going to just say hi. And I say hi, and boom, I've got that done, and I can ease myself, and that anxiety subsides. And then after I do that, I kind of raise the bar. I say, I'm gonna say hi to 2 people. I'm going to talk to people for X amount of time. Like, I just challenge myself, and I continue to push myself to do better and do more to kind of as a way to deal with that social anxiety. So that's a couple things that a person can do if they deal with social anxiety that help them continue to meet people, socialize, network, and etc.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a great answer. Good detailed answer. Let me ask you this. How would you define networking, and why do you think it's crucial for personal and professional growth?
So I would define networking as simply meeting people.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it I like to break things down. That's how my brain kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at it as people knowing who you are, knowing your name, knowing your face. If a person doesn't know you, they can't do anything for you, can't do anything with you, can't help you. They don't care about you.
Yeah.
So even if you don't like me, I'd rather you like me and know who I am than have no idea who I am. So networking to me is just familiarity, somebody knowing who you are. And what I do with that is I use that to achieve my goals. If I want to get a promotion at my company, I'm going to network and try to make that happen. I'm going to talk to the powers that be, the supervisors, the managers, and I'm going to let them know my name, my desire, and what I want. And that helps me having that networking ability, people knowing who I am. And they'll say, oh, he wants this position. Maybe I'll give him the opportunity.
Yes,
so
sir.
That's how I apply that networking, and that's what it means to me.
Man, I'm gonna just say this, man. I'm going off his great point. They say your network is your net worth. You dig what I'm saying? Your network is your net worth. Money can relationships can get you in doors that money can't.
Yes.
So I just want to add to what you said because that's some good information. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let me ask you this: since you kind of talked about, we kind of go about that question about people with anxiety, social anxiety. What's some advice you can give people that for introverts? What's some good strategies for them so they can network effectively?
Well, a good strategy for introverts to network is we live in a digital age, right?
Right.
So it's not the same as it used to be where you had to be person to person, face to face.
Right.
I really started this process during the pandemic, and we couldn't network face to face. So we were all in quarantine. We were all working from home.
Yeah.
So what I was doing instant messages.
Yeah.
I was doing emails. I was basically breaking the ice, getting people familiar with me. That's how I met my mentor, actually.
Oh, wow.
We were on a virtual meeting. It was through Zoom.
Yeah.
And he was a speaker during the panel. And I liked what he had to say. So I
Yes,
sent
sir.
him an email. I said, I really like the information that you shared. I appreciate you sharing that. And he reached out and he responded and said, anything you need, just let me know.
For sure.
So from there, me being an introvert, that let me know that, he's okay for me to
Right.
talk to. He's going to be, he was more extroverted. It made it easier for me to communicate with him. So as an introverted person, use the methods that are most comfortable for you, whether it be email, text, whatever makes it easier, facilitates that communication.
Yeah.
Go ahead and lean on that, and then slowly, once you build, a lot of times introverts are only introverted on like the outset, but then once they get comfortable around a person, they kind of open up more. So build up that connection through the digital communication, and then as you get more comfortable, then you'll have more ease when you're talking to somebody face to face and person to person. So
that's a good point. Let me go off what you just said. Yeah, which one you think is more effective between digital and face to face, of course, networking with people?
Man, I'm old school, so I gotta say face to face.
Yeah.
I actually, one time I worked at this job, and I thought it was kind of a shady job, but they gave me some knowledge that kind of stuck with me. This job was like, we were going door to door. It was like a door to door salesman type of job.
Yeah.
And they said, think about the last commercial you saw, the last billboard you saw. You can't remember it
Facts.
you're inundated with that type of stuff. But think about the last time somebody knocked at your door to talk to you. That stands out more.
Right.
And I feel that same thing applies to networking, where
sure.
You can get like how many emails we get a day.
Right.
We're bombarded with emails, with texts. Club texting you.
Yeah.
The stores texting you. So when you look at the person in their eye and shake their hand and say, "Nice to meet you. My name is so and so," I feel like that's stronger than digital communication. I mean, that's for me as a more old school type of individual. If you're young, you might feel differently, but I feel like nothing beats that face to face, eye contact, handshake. I feel like that's the best.
Yeah, let's talk about yesterday, man. We was on the job, and we was at lunch, and that girl just asked you only talked to her for about 5 minutes, and she was already asking, can you mentor her just off 5 minutes a game?
Yeah, that was so smooth how that worked. So me and you set the scene. Me and you were having our lunch, and we're just having regular conversation. I think you were looking at the sneakers app, trying to get a pair and whatnot. So we're just eating our food, and two young ladies sitting next to us, and they're kind of like, they're looking at the table saying, I guess they don't know if they're going to sit there, if it was taken or whatever.
No people.
So they sat down, and once they got, themselves situated, I was like, hey, how you doing? And then instantly she's like talking to me, hey, how are you? And I'm like, what department are you guys with? They told us that. And then the little chit chat kind of went back and forth a little bit. And then we kind of found some common ground.
Right.
Which was going back to the shoes.
Yeah.
I can't remember what she said. I think I just happened to mention that. I was like, oh, Drake put out a new CD or something like that. Drake's album just dropped. And she mentioned like, oh, I'm on Drake's side.
Right,
OVO. And then she said something about OVO's shoes. Was it something like that?
Yeah. I think she said something, and I said something about, no, she said his shoes was ugly or something like that. Yeah. And I said I used to have his 12s. And I was like, it got to going back and forth on shoe. I forgot how I got there specifically, but basically she was a sneakerhead like me. Y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all gonna learn about me. I'm a sneakerhead to the fullest. I'm gonna get some kicks. You dig what I'm saying? I love kicks. I love shoes. More content about that coming at a later time. But I'm gonna throw that in there. But man, I just thought that was dope. How we just talk to people. Now me and her talking about doing some content together. That's that networking right there. We were just off talking about one thing. The vibes was great, and then boom. You never know. We looked on her Instagram page. She had sneaker in her bio. I was like, okay, these are my kind of people. I love a fellow sneakerhead, man, because you know how people feel about you. Sometimes you buy sneakers, like what you do with your money. Yeah, it got intense.
I kind of got competitive.
It was a friendly intense though. It wasn't nothing crazy.
I was entertained. I would watch this podcast if y'all could see who got the best.
Man, we pulling up old pictures talking about with kicks. I just went to my Instagram. She pulled out her closet. I ain't had my closet. I don't took a picture of my closet like that, but now I need to know I got to because my competition gonna do me like that. But no, man, it was just good energy, good vibes, bro. That people have a love for something, and that how it really can really drive people to be better, because talking to her is like, okay, this make me want to do such and such just off this interaction.
And it started by me just saying hello. How are you doing?
Right.
And then now we got a rapport. People know our names. They know who we are, and we can kind of build from there.
Right.
That's the power of networking.
Right. So let me ask you this: how has networking changed with the rise of platforms like social media and LinkedIn?
Well, it's really taking it to a new level, because you can it's like connectivity. You're connected to so many people now. It's almost like 6 degrees of separation.
Right.
So I know a friend of mine, he would actually use LinkedIn. I actually know several people that would use LinkedIn to find jobs that they wanted, to get connected with companies that they were interested in. So let's say you want to work for X company.
Right.
You go on LinkedIn, find somebody that already works there, be like, hey, I'm interested in working for this company. And they'll be like, maybe they'll say, hey, I can talk with you, I can help you out, I can send you a referral, etc. So that opens a big door to do things that you normally wouldn't do without social media, without companies like LinkedIn. You can connect with somebody on the other side of the world if you want to, and open up opportunities.
Facts.
So if you're before this, like back in my time when I was younger, we didn't have stuff like that. So you were kind of confined with your immediate area. You know, you want to do something, you just have to be down the street or within driving distance, or etc. Now you can connect with somebody in outer space. It's an exaggeration, but
for real,
it just opens the door to. You can do major things. There's no excuse to not hop in that DM and say, hey, I'm interested in what you're doing, or I want to do this, or I want help with that. You can, this is an example that I had. This is kind of comical, but I remember I think it was during, I think it might have been Joe Biden's presidency. And they were releasing stimulus checks. And somebody they DM Joe Biden and said, where's my stimmy? You know what I'm saying? It's just an example of what networking can do for you. I mean, I'm sure Biden didn't respond.
He ain't responding to that now.
But I'm just giving you an example of how far-reaching that social media and social networking can do.
For sure. So let me ask you this. What is a common misconception people has about networking? What would you say?
Common misconception is that you don't have to do it, which it's true and it's false that you don't have to do it. You can come to work every day and keep your head down and do your job, and you don't necessarily have to network with people, but it really is like such a boost to do that component with the networking, because if you're doing your job and you're working hard and networking, it's going to multiply your progress that much more than if you just do your job. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows your name.
Right.
Actually, now that I mention it, what kind of started me on this path was I was working at this company, and I had been there about a year. And I was an excellent employee from my supervisor's perspective. He was telling me, you're so good. I wish I had more of you, et cetera, et cetera. I was like, if I'm getting this, I'm working at this level and I'm performing this well, maybe it's time for me to move up in the company.
For sure.
So I applied for like a supervisor position or something like that. And when I met with the manager, he had no idea who I was. And this wasn't a big company. Like we're in a bigger company now where you can't know everybody. This company was smaller in size, where you would see everybody.
Yeah.
And he had no idea, after me being there about a year, he had no idea who I was, regardless of how good I was performing, So that kind of opened my mind to see I have to network. I have to come to work. I have to talk to people. I have to say hi. I have to shake hands. I have to make my face known, my name known. It's not good enough to be a good employee.
Right.
So that's the misconception, is that you don't really have to do it. And you cannot do it, but it is so beneficial that it almost doesn't make sense not to.
You remember that one day we talked to you. I think you took me to meet your mentor.
Oh, yes.
And this is about a few months ago, and he was just like, we was talking to him. He was like, a company's gonna invest in you, how much you invest in them.
Yes.
So if you're doing extra things outside of just what your regular everyday, they're gonna want to invest in you more, which means increasing salary, which means a promotion, which means all these things that we all strive for anyway. But it's more than just showing up, doing a good job. I want to see how much you are invested. You know what I'm saying? So
that networking is like extra mile.
Yeah.
I'm invested in this company. I talk to people. kind of comes down to likability. Networking to make you likable.
Yeah.
You don't want to walk in and then you're just looking straight ahead. You want to be like, hey, how you doing? Saying hi to people, smiling, just being likable, being presentable. That's the power of networking, and it just adds to your, you know, like saying they talk about aura now. Like it adds to your aura. It's +5 aura. You got good networking skills.
Right. And I'm gonna say this too. I know we talking about it from a corporate sense, but this applies to if you're an artist. This applies to if you're doing podcasts. This applies to networking. Applies to pretty much anything. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to do real estate, whatever you're trying to do. If you're just trying to go to that next level, networking, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Somebody has to grab you and take you up. You can't do nothing by yourself. So we talking about. I know like I said, we talking about from a corporate aspect because that's how we met. But at the same time, take what we saying and apply it to your industry. Can I ask you another question?
Oh, go ahead.
What role does mentorship play in networking, and how can someone find the right mentor?
So, mentorship is super important. I feel like it's a major component to your. I think people should just have mentors in life, really, and then in the corporate world is a definite must. But I think mentors are just underrated in all aspects.
Yes, sir.
So, the mentor, what that does is, I look at it from this perspective. If I want to do something, be something, accomplish, if I have a goal, my mentor is going to be somebody that's already done that. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I want to be a CEO, my mentor is going to be a CEO.
Yes, sir.
So they can kind of guide my steps and saying, I have somebody I can consult. I can say, well, what should I do in this situation? Help me prepare for this, et cetera, et cetera. How do you handle this situation? That mentor can help you so you don't have to learn through trial and error.
Yes, sir.
You got somebody that's already been there, already done that to help you guide you in your steps, and it makes you more efficient and effective.
Yes, sir.
Like I mentioned, my mentor, I just met him through hearing him talk, and he sounded very, very wise, and he was on the ball. He knew what he was talking about, so I just connected with him that way, and we had a rapport. It wasn't just, okay, you're successful, I want you to be my mentor. We actually have a connection.
Right.
We like each other. We're friends. We say, how's it going? Happy holiday, etc. So you don't want it to be like an empty sort of relationship. Like, this guy's successful, I want him to mentor me. You want somebody that you actually vibe with, that you connect with, that cares about you, that's your friend. You know what I'm saying? That makes the best mentor. Yeah. And then they'll go over bat for you. Right. So I remember I interviewed for the position that I have now. I told my mentor, he actually kind of referred me, and we did a mock interview. Yeah. And once I did my actual interview, he went back and talked to the people that interviewed me, and just to get feedback and see how I did. You know, that's dope. Major. And,
that's dope.
And a mentor that isn't compassionate towards you, not going to go that extra step. So make sure there's somebody that you actually have a rapport with, that you like, that you relate to, and that can actually, you know, go to bat for you if need be, because it's just major to have somebody like that have your back.
And I can say this, I'm going off what you said. I think the mentorships is best when it's natural. It's not forced. Because I'm just thinking about when I was early in music, recording. Like when I first decided I wanted to be an artist. My friend's dad knew somebody that had a studio, and we went to his house. It was in his basement. I didn't think this person I was meeting was going to, you know, it was not business, but it kind of found out we had a lot in common. He went to college. He went kind of with the same route I wrote. Went to college, graduated, doing music still. Got his own, running his own business with the studio and all that. Still been around, been known, and I was like, okay, that's kind of like my similar path. So I was telling him that. And then I just started coming to him more often, and then he just started giving me game, not about music, but life. Yes. And it just built over time, and next thing you know, he was just officially my mentor. We didn't say, oh, you my mentor. It just happened. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And I think those kind of situations is where you get the best kind of mentor-mentee relationship, is just when it just naturally builds on its own. You know what I'm saying? So I
mean, mentor is like a technical word for it. It can be, you know, your OG, your father figure, your big dog, your big homie.
They all sisters and brothers.
Just somebody that's more experienced than you that can kind of lead you down the right path.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what's that's lacking a lot nowadays with the younger generation. You know 100%. What I'm saying? You just see what's going on. You see the social media topics. You see all these things. I feel like it was a proper leadership. This wouldn't exist. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we will be getting guided right. You don't feel like we're being guided right. I feel like as far as we can just switch the topic a little bit. I feel like it's a good topic switch, but still related to networking, but just how. Well, if you don't have that leadership, if you don't have that guidance, because that's what that person you're networking with, they give you that guidance, they give you that their network, their support.
Yes.
If you're not getting that in a personal sense, we just talking about corporate, but if you're not getting that personal sense, you're not gonna get to that point of want to be in corporate because ain't nobody gonna really like you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You could be a good worker, but I don't know if we can curse. I ain't even thought about it that far. But you can be an a-hole. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you got to be a good jerk, all that, a peon. You dig what I'm saying? So people got to like you, like you said. People just got to like you, dog, and like you. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. I'm gonna take it to music, right?
Yeah.
Scheme of music nowadays and music, people gotta like you as a person first. Your music is just the icing on the cake. Like they can't, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you a shitty person, ain't nobody want to listen to you because you a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Like you like when the baby had that issue with the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? He had good music, but when he had that situation he was kind of blackballed. You dig what I'm saying? Because how he presented himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say who was right or wrong.
Yes. That
That ain't my business. You dig what I'm saying? And I don't want to step on no toes. I'm just using that as an example. But you know what I'm saying? It's just who you are as a person is gonna determine where you go in life. Who you are, how you present yourself, how you carry yourself. Me and my dog Wayne be talking about that, man. We be talking about some people, man. How they just move, bro. They not solid. We stay away.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I met him. I'm gonna shout out Buckhead Networking Group. You dig what I'm saying? It's a networking group. You network with people. That's how me and him met. We met through the Discord. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
One day we met. It was at the kickball game. Right, Wayne, was it through the kickball game? We met up at the kickball game. We wasn't playing no dang kickball. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody else, they came to watch the kickball game.
Yeah.
Cool. Me and him came to network.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he do this, hey, I do this. We got to meeting each other. Now that's my dog. That's one of my closest friends. You feel me? Am I lying? Look, that's my dog for real. Like we kick it, we got a business, but we also kick it. You dig what I'm saying?
Word.
Same thing with me and you. You dig what I'm saying? As soon as I came to State Farm, you showed me the ropes, bro.
Yes, sir.
Cause I moved here, so you was like one of the first people. Cause you sat right in front of me, and then boom, that just turned into us kicking it out. You know what I'm saying? And you showed me the ropes around how to do this, how to even when we go like the high events. You know what I'm saying? We talk about we talk about how shooting that jaying down on some beautiful ladies. You know, both of y'all gave you game on it. I ain't gonna lie. So. It just is basically networking could start as a certain thing, but it can grow into a beautiful friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Anything,
yeah,
man,
anything, bro. Relationship,
yeah. Love, professional opportunities, anything, man. And you got it. Like I was told by I had an older guy, little big homie situation, and he was like, just say something.
Facts.
That's how he said. Say something.
Yeah.
He said he'll see a young lady he like, and he gonna say something.
Yeah.
You got to just open your mouth because you never know what could happen. You know that like the saying goes, the worst that could happen is somebody tells you no.
Yeah.
But that no is gonna bring you closer to that yes, and it can open up a world of opportunity.
Yeah, that one. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. We all get deteriorated off of rejection. Let me tell you something, man. Rejection is where you really learn. You dig what I'm saying? Rejection is where you find them gems. It ain't when you find success. Because if you don't appreciate the rejection, you can't appreciate the success, man. You gotta. And what they always say. Look, man. I be watching them Steve Harvey. Little motivational things. You dig what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't be trying to watch it. It just pop up on my TL or pop up as a YouTube ad. You ain't got no choice but to watch it because you trying to watch something else. So I gotta get through this because it be so dang long. The little bubble out there be like 50 seconds because you watching a long video. Yeah. But listen, they always say Kevin Hart likes to speak, motivational speak. They always some of them in these high places, man, they always say there's no success without failure. They all talked about their story, how they had some kind of failure. And that's where they really learned how to be successful. So if it come to networking, I just say this. So when it come to networking, whether it's professional, love, you know what I'm saying? That one no is the door to the yes down the line.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying? Because that's where you grow. That's where you find your wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm just talking.
And add to that,
yeah.
It's like I fish with a net. I don't fish with a pole.
There you go.
So I'm not gonna even just. I'm gonna look at it from the perspective of the more people I meet, the more people I network with,
Yes, sir.
the more opportunities that'll present themselves. Instead of saying I'm gonna focus on this one individual and they're gonna be the one key to me. So I open it up. I'm gonna talk to everybody. I'm gonna shake every hand like a politician. I'm gonna meet as many people as I can to see where that networking can take me.
Yes, sir. All right, yo, we back. Real Love Speaks. You feel me? Like I said, this is a podcast where we talk about what you love, what you're passionate about, what drives you, what gives you the motivation to get up and go in the morning and throughout your day. Today we got my dog Phil. You know what I'm saying? He's giving his great advice, dropping some gems on just of networking. That's his love. That's his drive. That's where he got today, being successful in his life at this point in his life. And on the first part, y'all heard a good rundown of networking through like corporate America, and we touched a little bit on outside the corporate, but I want to touch a little bit more outside the corporate. You know what I'm saying? Me and you, man, you seen me, you seen my love life a little bit, man, since we've been knowing each other, man, since I've been living here in Atlanta. Man, let's talk about now, of course, this kind of network is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? You're trying, if in a realm of love, you're trying to find your one, you're trying to get a one night, whatever your goal is.
Yes,
but at the same time, I think we kind of talked about it from a different view. If a girl rejects you, that's cool. But you could still be cool with her because she might have something else. If you're involved, whatever you're involved in, whatever your industry is, she might know somebody. She might be in that same industry. She might know somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to keep her as a friend. You feel me? Or keep her as somebody just close in your arsenal. You never know, man. Don't just because she rejected me on the love tip, I'm done with her, man. Just see what she about. If she's something, even if it don't work out that way, man, you know.
Really, I feel like that's an error that gets repeated by, I feel like mostly men, but probably both genders as well.
That's over 90% error.
So you don't want to just look at, let's say you looking at a woman as just a conquest, like a physical conquest, romantic conquest. Just treat them like a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. Say the same rules apply when it comes to networking on the social end as well. Just talk to that person. Say hi. Mm-hmm. Just see what they're about.
Right.
Don't be looking at like, hey, she fine. Mm-hmm. I want to see what's to her.
Yeah.
I want to get her number, take her on a date, whatever.
Right.
Just be cordial, be polite.
Right.
And then sometimes it just naturally goes there. You know what I'm saying? You might say hi to somebody and just, hey, I like your shirt, etc. And y'all get to talking back and forth, and y'all find out y'all have a lot of commonalities. We like the same type of food. We like the same type of music. Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what? Since we have this in common, let's go to this restaurant that plays this music and has this food. Right. And then it kind of just naturally progresses as opposed to you being kind of like tunnel vision, like I'm about to get her number, I'm about to take her home, etc. Mm-hmm. So I just say the same applies. Just be open, be kind, be polite, speak, say something, and see where it goes.
Right. That's kind of, he always just tell me that. And I could say that it's been a couple times where if I shot my shot at somebody, it didn't go in the realm of our relationship. It got to, oh no, she got connections that could help me. You feel what I'm saying? So I took that advice. And I think it, look at women as like a certain object. She's a person, like you said, that you can, in another year, just because you had this interaction, you could be in a whole different spot, probably 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So let's outside. Since we're talking about outside of corporate America, right? We in Atlanta. I know everybody not in Atlanta, but they can apply it to their own city. What are some good places to like go out and like just network? Make it just bring yourself out. Just reading people that got same interests, common interests as you.
So this is how I apply it. Like I used to struggle with this very subject that you're talking about. Could struggle with meeting people, connecting with people, etc. Building my network on a social scale, social aspect.
Yes, sir.
And I realized that I just was going against my natural my natural personality, what I would naturally do. Like, I'm not a big party type of guy. And Atlanta's a party city. You know, you go to the club, you go to the lounge, you get your hookah, you get your bottle. But that's just not me. Like, I'm just not that type of person.
For sure.
So what I had to do was I had to find my vibe, find my type of environment that I was comfortable in. So to make sure I'm focusing on your question, for a person that's wondering where should I go, what should I do to connect and network and meet people, go where you're passionate about.
For sure.
So if you like art, I like art. I'm at the
High
museum.
Frequency Fridays.
Shout out to them. So
that was our spot every Friday.
I'm at the High.
Yeah.
I'm at. Sometimes they have like pop-ups, art pop-ups. I'm going to art pop-ups. You know, I love Cologne.
Yeah.
I go to the Cologne pop-up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm at Indie House checking out the fragrances, and then sometimes I'm wearing my fragrance and I'm walking around. I might be at the job, at the mall, and somebody's like, "What you got on?" And then boom, the conversation starts. I make a new friend, what have you. So
kind of my interest is just off the what you got on. Yeah.
So basically, to answer your question, go where you don't have to do what's popular. You can find a niche crowd that likes the particular things that you like. If you like, they have like a amphibian fest where people come and bring lizards and snakes. If you happen to just specifically like that, go there and meet people that like lizards like you. Right. You know?
And I want to go off of what you just said, man, because, I'll be on threads, you know what I'm saying? I'll be on social media. And, since I've been living in Atlanta, you learn more about Atlanta. You dig what I'm saying? But at the same time, people talk about Atlanta like Atlanta ain't all this. Atlanta just party. There's nothing else to do. No, Atlanta's full of a lot of stuff. You just got to get out here. It's a crowd. I'm telling you. When me and Wayne kick it, when me and Phil kick it, we ain't going to no hookah line. We probably do that every once in a while, but that's not the main thing. We know how to have fun in Atlanta. Y'all need to figure it out. Look, let me tell y'all something, dog. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna talk to him. That's my slogan. Hey, man. Whatever you like, if you want to, I'm speaking specifically for Atlanta because this is where we live at. I'm from St. Louis. You dig what I'm saying? And in St. Louis, Atlanta has way more stuff to do than back home in St. Louis. He from Indiana. My dog from Philly, but I don't know. I can't speak on Philly, but I'm pretty sure.
Boy?
Yeah. but I say to say, wherever city you live in, man, I'm pretty there's a niche that for whatever you like. You just gotta go find it. Nowadays, bro, you can find it really easy on social media. So whatever you like to do, it don't have to be clubbing every weekend. It don't have to be turn up every weekend. Man, if you love art, bro, there's art museum.
I love hiking.
If you love hiking, there are groups, run groups. There's like run groups now in every city. Like if you fitness, you know what I'm saying? If you're creative, you love creation, you movies, you like film, like there are groups for anything that you like. You just gotta find it, and then in that group, they know about different events going on. And that now look at you ain't going to the club every weekend. You hanging out with people in your same interests, and not only that, you having fun. Not with all that, you having fun while you doing that. You're growing. You making connections. Now, you know what come with that? More money. Your network is your net worth.
Exactly.
You are who you hang around. So if you got homies that ain't doing nothing but smoking and drinking, that's what you going to be doing. Smoking and drinking. Preach. You ain't going to get no money. You going to be broke, fat on your mama's couch watching sports.
Talk to him.
You know what I'm saying? Look, my people, y'all doing something. Y'all different lanes, but y'all dominate in your lane. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all not about talking about it. We talk about it at first, but eventually we put foot to mouth when we get to going. That's why I feel like I gravitate with y'all a lot. I don't gravitate with a lot of people. You dig what I'm saying? I have friends back at home. They my partners. Like, they cool, but I know they only serve a certain purpose. And that is if they just want to have fun, if I want to have fun and kick it, I got the people I hit up. And it sucks because I like them all-purpose friends.
Yes.
I like them all-purpose friends. Like, I feel like me and you, me and Wayne, all-purpose friends. You know what I'm saying? We like to have fun. We'll kick it, but at the same time, we gonna get that business going too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good balance. I like good balance. I think life is about balance. But yeah, how do you feel about that, man? As far as like picking friends, man, because you are who you hang around. That's the network too, right?
Yeah. I mean, your network is essentially your friends. You know, you start your networking is a verb. You're networking, and then your network, that's a noun. That's
yes, sir.
These people around me. So
yeah.
It's definitely. I mean, if you got like you were kind of going off what you were saying, if you have a network of lazy people, of people that just want to party, people
Yeah.
that are just superficial, and
Yeah.
then it's going to kind of be the value that you get out of your network.
Right.
That's going to be your net worth.
Mhm.
Is that. So I want people that are about business, making money, that
Yes,
are
sir.
about personal development
Yes,
and
sir.
growth. So with that being said, just make sure that when you are networking, you're networking with people that are productive, that are positive, that are about developing and growing and being better. So that's the whole point of it. Really, is
Yeah.
to network. And I want to network my way into $1 million,
Yeah.
pretty much. So I have to be mindful with the people that I connect with. Sometimes
Right.
I might meet somebody, I might network with them, and I say, they're not my type of person.
Yeah.
It's a nice meeting. I'm not going to be rude or disrespectful in any type of way, but I'll just be like, I'll kind of back away, and we don't connect like that.
Yeah.
You know?
So I heard a quote. I always heard this quote. Let me see how you feel about it. They said, if you're the smartest man in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't in the right room. So you got to get into that right room.
Right.
Like I said, I feel like with y'all a little bit older than me, so y'all got a little bit more life experience than I do, and y'all just kind of, y'all tell me what y'all experience, and I appreciate that. Y'all tell me y'all experiences and what where y'all had failures and mistakes. So y'all tell me that, and y'all be like, hey, I did this, so look out for this. Y'all both have done that, and I really appreciate that. So that's my group of friends, you know what I'm saying? So y'all got to find that, whatever it is, because it looks different for everybody. What you're trying to do, what's your niche, whatever that, find that niche and find your tribe, basically. That's what I did with the Buckhead. We said me and him with the Buckhead networking group, which is all about networking. You know, they had different tabs on the Discord, kickball, they had a singles chat, they have a fitness chat, they got all these different chats, traveling chat. So everybody that likes that certain thing is just in that tab, and people are from relationships through that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a dope networking tool. Shout out to the Buckhead networking group. But
going back to what you said before about, using your networking for like social aspects, relationships, and etc. So I don't have the numbers exactly, but previously, before social media and all that, people would mostly meet people through friends.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you single, my homegirl single.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how it works. So it kind of plays back into that.
That's after Lil Wayne song. And my homeboy, so he got a
Tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. Friends. Word of mouth. Word of mouth is, I don't think that's a form of marketing that may be old school, but I feel like it's still the most effective, because if you give me you've gave me recommendations on cologne. Remember we went to the mall.
Oh, yeah.
You gave me I still got it. It was that Jimmy Choo cologne. You was like, it's good. I trusted you. I ain't never smelled it yet. But I did the little sample, I'm like, oh, this smells good. My boy recommended me that. Now I still got it to this day. You know what I'm saying? Wayne gave me he gave me recommendations on sometimes if we going out somewhere or something, he'll give me a recommendation on where to go. Same thing with you. I go just off the strength of what y'all told me. So
that's your network.
Yeah, that's word of mouth. That word of mouth marketing. Or if it's a studio, if I'm going to go into my artist bag. If it's a studio, like I was new here, my boy Josh B, that's my producer. He gave me recommendations on studios. That's the studio I go to when I'm here. It's just what I was told, and I trust y'all because y'all my folks. So that's what I'm saying. That's that word of mouth marketing, man. They gonna go off what's being told to them because they trust said person. So in saying that just go back to what we said earlier when we first started, who you are as a person. You see how everything's connected right now?
Full circle.
Yeah, we hitting different things, but it's all still related. You dig what I'm saying? So how we say who you are as a person. So like your circle, you got a circle full of criminals. You're not gonna be a millionaire, my guy. You're gonna probably be in jail. You dig what I'm saying? Or I've had this situation. I'm not gonna say their name, but they had friends. This one particular lady had friends that were, HOES. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But she was saying she don't do none of that. But your friends are that. So just because you saying you not doing said thing, you limiting yourself on where you can go in life because your friends are doing such and such. If you're trying to do better in life, you dig what I'm saying? That's that energy that's around you. It's a subconscious thing, even though if you have no true intention, it's that subconscious this is what you around, that's what you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a millionaire, hang with millionaires or people that aspire to be, because that's where you know what I'm saying? That's all.
That's That's 100% true. I agree.
Yeah.
It's like you just want to be around the right energy, the right people, the right vibes, because it just you never know what opportunity. Like if I hear about I could be a job I hear about, you know what I'm saying, and I could say, hey, this might be something for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think because I know you do music, I've mentioned avenues you can go to perform.
Facts.
You know
Facts. You talking about Bonfire?
Yeah, Bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I did Bonfire because you told me. You know what I'm
you
saying?
can have people around you that's telling you the wrong stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're going through hard times, that might lead you down the wrong path.
Yeah.
So it's just, I just feel like you can't, like just as we're building our network, we kind of have to curate it too.
Yeah.
Some people can't. We got to cut you out the network.
Yeah,
You're harmful. You know what I'm saying? You're bringing me down.
Facts.
So.
And going off that, you say you could be harmful, be down. I'm gonna say this to people that get advice from people. You got to get advice from people that's where you trying to go. I'm gonna just say this: if you're trying to be an actor, you're not gonna get advice from a doctor. Because exactly. they think nothing about acting. So I say that to say this: if you trying to be an actor and you got that family member that's trying to tell you about acting, but they work they're custodian at a school, how they gonna get you to that $1 million movie role? You dig what I'm saying? They don't even think like that on the regular like you do. So you got to be careful on who you get advice from on what said topic. Off that what I just said. If you want to learn how to clean a floor or sweep, that's when you go to that said person, right? But don't go to, if you're trying to be an NBA player, you're not gonna go to a soccer coach,
right?
You dig what I'm saying? Unless only one condition. As far as conditioning goes, I know some people play soccer. I did that soccer, but other than that, but how to get to the NBA, you're not gonna go to a soccer coach. You know what I'm saying? So I just apply the same thing with the people around you. If they not thinking like to get to that level, or if they not on that level or been on that level, have some kind of success at that level, don't listen to them. That's just noise.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And they could tell you the wrong information, or just
they don't tell you the wrong information because they ain't been there.
You know what I'm saying? They could discourage you.
Right.
You know, now
it's coming from
yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's their advice is coming from a place of, what's the good word to say this? Insecurity. Because some people are afraid that you're gonna reach new heights that they dreamt, but they didn't have the worth ethic to achieve. So, it's just important, y'all, that, like I said, make sure your circle is right. You got to really do your background checks on people, because that's, like I said, that's important. And your mentors, make sure your mentors in a place is you can get inspiration from, that are in a place of where you want to go. Even if they're not in that sad place, they're on that road. You dig what I'm saying? That they know people higher than them. That because when you get to a mentorship, they introduce you to their network. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it's just important that, you do these things, man. I'm just speaking from experience. I'm 29, but like I said, I've been in corporate America, man. I got the podcast, music. I met a lot of people, big, small. You dig what I'm saying? I've been around people, big, small, man. And I just learned these things just from what I was told to me and what I experienced. So I just feel like with knowledge too, when you come to your network, you got to pass it down. You dig what I'm saying? You can't just keep it all, because what's the point of that? You gonna hinder yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you got people under you that it just got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's a chain. You got to keep moving. Yeah, man. We gonna end this off, man. Any final thoughts for us networking, man? Anything life, networking in life, corporate America, anything, man.
Man, I would leave with just advising anybody that has goals, that are working on getting anything accomplished, whether it's corporate world, relationships, etc. Just open your mouth. Just say something, man. Say something and talk to somebody. Shake a hand. You know what I'm saying? Just try it. Just start building up on your networking and social skills, and it'll definitely add to your repertoire, your arsenal, to help you achieve your goals.
Hey, man. Like I said, man, your network is your net worth, man. Remember that. It ain't what you got in your bank account right now. It ain't your stock portfolio. It ain't your real estate investments. It's your network, man. So
yes, sir.
This is another episode of Real Love Speaks, man. I appreciate you, my man. Y'all feel, man. Tell them where they can follow you on social media, man. And anything you got going on that we need to know about. But social media, let them know any projects, anything. Talk to us, man.
I have Instagram. You can follow me on, Limitless Limitless.Elevation on Instagram. And me, I like working, man. I'm about my business. I like working. I like, my leisurely time. I like art. I like hiking. You might see me around Atlanta at any art sort of events or out hiking in the woods. But,
yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm a low-key type guy, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair for y'all, man. This is another episode of Real Love Speaks. New content, new episode coming soon, man. Follow us, subscribe to the YouTube page, man. This is a beautiful movement I'm trying to build, man. And y'all subscribe.
Oh, and if you want to network with me, please
network with the guy, man. Reach out to him. Reach out to the DM. Let them know what the Instagram is one more time.
It's Limitless.Elevation. Limitless.Elevation.
You never know. This could be a mentor right here, man. Just reach out. You never know what can happen. It's another episode of Real Love Speaks. Signing out. Peace.